Okay, here's some bonus problems on equations of lines. So equations of lines. These ones are called challenge problems, but trust me, actually they're just the same as the basic level. Let's take a look. Okay, here's the basic equations of line problems. They always give you two characteristics that describe a line, and we need to write the equation for the line. So two basic examples here are given. The first example, a line passes through 1, -4, and has a slope of 5. Well, we have the form y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, which is called the slope point form. We can take this slope of 5, that's our m, and we can take the point 1 comma -4, that's our x1, y1, and we can rewrite this now as y minus -4, so y plus 4 equals 5 times x minus 1. Okay, so that's the basic idea. You get two clues and you can write the equation of a line. Similarly, in the next example, we have a y-intercept of 7 and a slope of -2. The y-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Okay, so that can be written as y equals -2x plus 7. See the earlier videos for more examples of this kind of stuff. Okay, so now we'll move on to some really complicated problems. But you know what? These actually aren't that complicated. They're just the same thing. You're given two clues about a line, and you need to write the equation for the line. So let's look at this first one. Here we go. Write the equation for a line that is perpendicular to 3x plus 4y minus 9 equals 0, and that passes through the point 4, 5. All right, well, let's see. If it's perpendicular, what we know is that a perpendicular slope is equal to the negative reciprocal of that original slope. So, for 3x plus 4y minus 9 equals 0, we need to find the slope. We can rewrite this as 4y equals -3x plus 9. And so y is equal to -3 over 4x plus 9 over 4. So we can reach a conclusion about the slope. The slope of this line is -3/4, and so the perpendicular slope of this given line is positive 4/3. So this is the slope of the line. We're actually now able to write the answer to this question. Here it goes. We know that the slope of our line is 4/3, and we know it passes through a point 4, 5. Using the slope point form, we can write the answer. Y minus 5 equals 4/3 times x minus 4. That's the equation of a line that's perpendicular to 3x plus 4y minus 9 equals 0 and passes through 4, 5. Next, I'd like you to try this one on for size. It's a tough one. It says write the equation for a line that has the same y-intercept as 2x minus y equals 5 and the same x-intercept as the line y equals 3x minus 8. Go ahead and pause and see what clues you can pull out of each of those. I'll start in 1 second. Okay, welcome back. Here we go. I hope that worked out for you. So we've got the y-intercept is the same as this first line here in blue. So let's do this clue in blue. To find the y-intercept, that's the point where x is equal to 0. So we have 2 times 0 minus y equals 5. Negative y is therefore equal to 5, and y is -5. So we know the y-intercept of our point is -5, or the point 0, -5. The second clue says that we have the same x-intercept as the line y equals 3x minus 8. For the x-intercept, that's the point where y is equal to 0. So we now have 0 equals 3x minus 8, and x is equal to 8 over 3. So we have a second point, 8/3, comma 0. All right, now we know 2 points. We know the y-intercept and we know the x-intercept. Let's see if we can get a final answer here. Well, because I know 2 points, I can actually find the slope of the line. So that's the next step. The slope of the line is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So, if this is point number 1 over here, x1, y1, and point number 2 over here, x2, y2, I can plug my formula and see what it gives me. 0 minus -5 over 8/3 minus 0. And that gives me 5 divided by 8/3, which works out to 15 over 8. All right, so now we know the slope of our line. We're now prepared to actually write a final answer. Here's why. I know the slope is 15 over 8, and I know the y-intercept is -5. So therefore, the equation of this line is y equals 15 over 8 x minus 5. Okay, last one for the video. Here we go. We're asked to write the equation for a line that is parallel to 12x minus 3y plus 6 equals 0 and has the same x-intercept as 5x minus 3y plus 15 equals 0. I'd like you to give this a try, see what you can do with it. So go ahead and pause and I'll start again in a couple seconds. Okay, welcome back. Here we go. I'm going to look at clue number 1. It's parallel to this line. So what is the slope of that line? Well, we'll rewrite this as -3 equals -12x minus 6. Therefore, y itself is equal to, divided by -3, 4x plus 2. Okay, so the slope of this line is 4. And since we have a parallel line, we could say that the parallel slope is also 4. So the slope of the line we need is 4. Clue number 2 has the same x-intercept. Well, the x-intercept is the point where y is equal to 0. All right, so we've got 5x minus 3 times 0 plus 15 equals 0. So 5x plus 15 equals 0. 5x equals -15, or x equals -3. So the x-intercept is -3. That's the point, -3, comma 0. We now have enough information to answer the question. We know that the slope is 4 and that this line passes through -3, 0. So for a final answer, we can write that y minus 0 equals 4 times x minus -3. Why don't you try some of the challenge problems that are suggested on the right side and see if you can handle these. Good luck!